Let's play some chess. We're taking on Antonio today. Gonna start out with an e4. And just in case he decides to play d5, we're capturing. I don't think he will. An aggressive bot says balance is key success. Good luck. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to push these pawns out. And the idea is we will recapture there. If that happens, and then I will kick that out here. Hopefully not too many pre-moves there. Basically, I'm trying to develop. I'm trying to get some open spacing. So if Antonio doesn't get his king out right away, we've got something that looks like... Yeah, we'll see there. Okay, so he played that. We can bring our knight out. That should be safe. Oh, wait, why did he... He gave us a queen. Wow. Was not expecting that. Antonio just gave us a queen. He was going to put pressure on the queen. I'm like, I have a bishop that can take it. Antonio. Wow. Yeah, there goes your queen. Probably not going to see that from Antonio a lot. I don't know why. Strange. So we're up a lot of material now. So we're just going to develop as quickly as we can, get pressure, and move with the checkmate here. I did not expect it from Antonio. I don't know if the pre-move glitched him or what. Maybe Antonio's in resign mode here. I'm used to seeing like an 800 engine make that blunder. Maybe even 1,000 engine, but not the new 1,000 engines because they're just too strong. Did not expect to see that from Antonio there. I'll go here. I'm going to pre-move my knight out here. And then we'll see what the engine does. I will recapture there if pawn takes. Not sure what Antonio's going to do here, though. I mean, I played a lot of games against Antonio. I have beat him in under 2 minutes. Obviously, with this computer going as slow as it is, I don't think that's going to happen here. But to lose the queen that fast, that was intriguing, interesting, I guess. Let's continue with the development. Antonio trying to trap my queen. I still can't believe he turned over the queen that fast. I mean, if it was 800 engine or an old 1,000 engine, not the new ones, because they're probably like, they say they're 1,000, but they're probably like 1,300, 1,400. Yeah, just strange. Okay, what is Antonio doing here? I will take there. If the bishop takes, bishop's going to back it up. Okay. I can take here. Oh, you know what? I didn't think it through. But that's okay. I can go knight to the corner. Got a lot of range here. We're only 10 moves in. I think we'll do that. See what Antonio wants to do here. think I can probably do something like this going after that pawn. Trying to create some more havoc in the position. Looking to try to get overloads and imbalances. And of course, make sure we develop. Typically, I mean, if you do that most of the games, as long as you got the pieces coordinated and you can find combos. What am I up to? I'm up to beating you, Antonio. That's strange. Okay, so let's go for the castle. Depending on what he does, I'm thinking like knight here, and that would create some more pressure. I don't necessarily want to see knight a5. If he played knight a5, that would put some problems, but I mean not insurmountable problems. I'm a very clever player. Can I finish up? Okay. So the idea there, which I'm fine with, is going to be bishop here afterwards, and then possibly some discovery, or even rook out, but that's okay. We'll take. If he wants to sacrifice it, I think I can survive. We got two bishops as well. So what does Antonio want to do here? That's the question. He should hit the resign button, but he's not going to do that, so. Yep, expected that. Now, we're going to go I think it's safe. Actually, no, let's go here. We can overload this pawn. We have a dark squared bishop right here. So we can hit that pawn with two pieces. Okay. So I'm going to gamble here. The knight is protecting this piece right here, okay? So I'm going to take this, possibly give up my knight, but I can come back with a check by the queen and then do some other stuff. And I've got an opening for this bishop right here to check. So if knight takes, if knight doesn't take, we can take with the knight and potentially do some stuff. The fork option is not available because the bishop guards. So we'll see what he does here. I think the engine might play knight takes, but if it doesn't, that's fine too. The idea is we want to open up this position more and try to leverage leverage our material as best we can. You always want to try to leverage what material you have, whether you're playing chess or any other like strategy game. We'll see what they do here. Maybe Antonio's looking for the resign button. It's right below here. Oh, we can't see it in there. Yeah, Antonio's not going to resign. Check time. Oh, I didn't think about that. I can come back with the bishop here. Ooh, a lot of possibilities. A lot of possibilities here. I've got some rooks. Let's see if we can remove that knight. I want to get to this square. I can also check and then come back. I will pre-move there just in case there's a big exchange. I suppose I had the check option as well, but we'll see. We'll see how fast Antonio goes there. Last move, of course, as you can see on the screen, is F3. What? He went back? Okay. Okay. I'm going to go with a check. Because I can come back and hit this pawn. And then if I hit the pawn here, we'll be able to open up the position even more. Unless he plays knight back to defend. He could play the knight back to defend here. In that case, we wouldn't want to hit this pawn. So I'm not going to pre-move there. Because that could be very bad. If he brings the knight back to defend, I thought your plan was to resign. He asked if I seen his plan. I think it's to resign. Oops, wrong button there. We got an option to pin the bishop too, by the way. Oh, that would take a long ways to get there. I would think we'd need a rook. We have a rook on d1, let's say, and then we go here, we could take safely, because that would create a discovered pin. But we're not at that stage yet. We're waiting for Antonio to move. Antonio can't seem to find the resign button because it's not on the screen. Well, it is on the screen, but it's below. Because I had to shrink the screen down so we could see. So Antonio can't find the resign button. He's just going to have to quit. I mean, lose via checkmate. Okay. Okay. I think this check works here because if the knight vacates to take, let's say the knight vacates to take, we got discovery on this bishop here. And I just like having a knight close by anyway, because if it doesn't, we've got other options as well. Remember, we've got two bishops. There's a lot of different ways we can check here now, especially if the knight is moved out of the way of the bishop. How this plays out exactly, I don't know. Here we go. That's what I wanted to see there. There's a check. I think bishop defends. Dark square bishop defends. Because then we can't come back and take with the queen here. I mean, dark squared bishop to d6 seems the most logical. We'll see what Antonio does here. I could follow it up with like rook d1 probably. That would pin the bishop. And then we could take this. It's probably going to move the knight though. But where does it move the knight? That's the question. Most likely scenario right there. But this is good because now we can free up our bishop to go here probably. King could move too. That's always a possibility. Or he could defend with a rook. Okay. So, I'm going to play the pawn out here. The idea is to bring the bishop in here to check. If the engine moves the pawn forward, I've got a bishop. If the engine moves the pawn forward, this bishop is no longer protected. So I think that works there. But I figured it out right. You always want to have a decent attack plan and in multiple ways to make it happen. Okay, so we go here. It's going to nail us a rook too, I believe. Or we can get the rook if the king moves. Or they could take with the rook. I'm fine with that too. I mean, that wins material. We're whittling down the material on the board, so that's kind of important. So now we want to remove the knight there. Knight would be the most dangerous piece. Well, I mean, technically a bishop would, but the knights are... There's a lot of combinations. So, here's that. Okay. Now we will go here. If rook takes, we check here. Remember, rook is pinned. Now we can take there. Take there. And I'm not sure which way he's going, but we're going to check one of those two ways. And then we will check again, and that will do it. Bye-bye, Antonio.